Have you ever gazed at the horizon and wondered what lies beyond? For Alara, living on a floating island suspended in an endless sky, that question was her entire world. Welcome, everyone, to the story of the Skybound Dreamers. In the village of Ethelgood, life was predictable. The sun rose, painting the cloud sea in hues of orange and pink, and set, leaving a blanket of stars. The community was close-knit, their lives governed by the winds and the stability of their ancestral home. But Alara was different, while others were content with their patch of sky. Her heart yearned for the unseen, the undiscovered. Her workshop was a chaotic symphony of gears. Blueprints and half-finished contraptions, her dream. To build a vessel that could sail the very winds that held them captive. To explore beyond the shimmering veil of clouds. Its foolishness, Alara, her neighbor, Old Man Hemlock, would grumble. Tapping his cane on the cobblestones, the founders settled here for a reason. There's nothing out. There but empty sky and treacherous storms. The village elders nodded in agreement. They saw her ambition not as courage, but as a reckless disregard for tradition. The warnings were a constant headwind, but they only fueled Alara's determination. She wasn't just building a machine. She was building a new possibility. Her only true confidant was Kale. A marvelous creation of brass and clockwork, Kale wasn't just a mechanical bird. He was a friend. With sapphire glass eyes that glinted with intelligence and wings that whirred with a life of their own, he would perch on her shoulder, offering a comforting chirp or a helpful nudge of his metallic beak towards a misplaced screw. He was the keeper of her secrets, the silent witness to her tireless nights. Finally, the day came. Her creation, the Arrow Wing, was complete. It wasn't a grand airship like the tales of old, but a nimble, dragonfly-like craft with shimmering fabric wings and a steam-powered core that hummed with a life of its own. It was a testament to her unwavering spirit. The village gathered, their faces a mixture of skepticism and a sliver of awe. Taking a deep breath, with Kale secured on her shoulder, Alara pushed the throttle. The Arrow Wing shuddered, then lifted, catching the updraft. The ground fell away, and for the first time, Alara saw Ethelgood not as her home, but as a single piece in a vast, celestial puzzle. She soared past the familiar waterfalls that cascaded into the abyss and navigated through shimmering curtains of cloud vapor. The world was more magnificent than she had ever imagined. The journey was not without peril. They danced with tempestuous sky squalls that threatened to tear the Arrow Wing apart, and navigated through labyrinthine canyons of crystallized clouds that glittered like diamonds. In these moments of challenge, Alara and Kale worked as one. His keen senses would spot dangers she missed, and her quick thinking would steer them to safety. Then they found it. Tucked away in a quiet corner of the sky, hidden by a permanent rainbow, was an island unlike any other. There was a floating botanical garden, overflowing with flora that glowed with an internal light. Bioluminescent flowers pulsed in rhythm, and vines dripped with nectar that tasted like starlight. They had discovered a secret wonder, a testament to the world's hidden magic. It was more than she could have ever dreamed, but the greatest discovery was yet to come. As they explored another uncharted island, they found weathered carvings, ancient murals depicting not just one floating island, but a network of them. Connected by celestial pathways, her people weren't alone. They were part of a larger world, a scattered family of sky-dwellers who had lost touch with one another. Her journey wasn't just an escape, it was a mission to reconnect, returning to Ethelgood. Alara was no longer the foolish dreamer. She was a pioneer. A navigator, she landed the Arrow Wing not to the silence of doubt, but to the murmurs of wonder. She shared her findings, the glowing flowers she'd brought back, and the maps she'd sketched of other islands. She spoke of the glowing gardens and the ancient murals, and in her words, the villagers saw not a rejection of their home, but an expansion of it. Old Man Hemlock himself touched the wing of the Arrow Wing, a look of quiet respect in his eyes. Alara learned that freedom wasn't about escaping her home, but about expanding its horizons, and true friendship wasn't just about having a companion, but about having a partner who believes in your wings. Even when they're still on the drawing board, her journey had just begun. But she was no longer just a dreamer. She was a sky weaver, charting a new course for her people, with her faithful friend Kale by her side, ready to discover the next wonder hidden just beyond the clouds. Thank you so much for joining us on this Skybound adventure. If you enjoyed Alara and Kel's story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of imagination and discovery. We'll see you in the next one.